Hiring might be the hardest decision you'll ever make as a firm owner. You have to figure out what they will do. You have to have enough work for them. You have to attract candidates, review resumes, tell people they aren't a good fit, interview, onboard, document systems, train, pay them. And if you mess it up, you can lose more than money. You can lose time, energy, confidence, and momentum. But if you get it right, it completely changes your firm. I just hired my dream employee. This is the first tax season in my career where I actually have capacity, and the reason is simple. I hired a tax manager. So I'm breaking down exactly how I did it in this 4-part series. In part 1, I'll show you why I hired a manager instead of an entry-level or admin role. In part 2, I'll show you how I designed the position so well that it attracted 270 candidates. Then I'll walk you through the exact 5-round interview process I used to narrow those 270 candidates down to one person in part 3. Finally, I'll share who I'm hiring next and what I think is actually the lowest risk first hire for most firm owners. I can imagine that most firm owners won't ever hire someone to work for them. It's totally reasonable. And I thought for a time I wouldn't hire anyone. Why would I give up all that revenue to someone else? How would I even approach it? I've never hired someone before. Where do I start? It's not like I can create a free account to a portal that lets me easily review dozens of vetted candidates, schedule an interview with someone who fits all your requirements within days, all without having to create a job posting or spending money. Then hire them and have them start in 4 weeks. Oh wait, there totally is. I just described what Cloud Accountant Staffing does, the sponsor of my hiring series. Check out their portal, linked in the description or comments. It's free to sign up. Your next hire is waiting for you. This manager is hire number 4 in the firm. Hire number 1 was an admin who was also my dad. Hire number 2 was a contractor, Brian, a CPA I worked with at my first job. Hire number 3 was an entry-level staff member, aka G-Baby. Spoiler, I think the admin role might be the most underrated hire. And right now, spring of 2026, it's only me and the manager, whose identity will be concealed, but I've asked that they provide a quick introduction.
Hey everyone, my name is I'm the new manager. Logan is the best boss. He runs the best firm, and he did not write that in the script to tell you. Please help me. Every week we have a Monday morning meeting, and we start the week off by taking creatine shots. The very first thing I had to do as the tax manager for Graf Tax Co. was to follow Logan around with a camera. In all seriousness, I love my job, and Logan really is a great boss, and the first boss to ever put me in a YouTube video.
I chose to hire a manager because my last hire taught me something important. Even with entry-level help, I was still spending too much time working in the firm instead of on the firm. I was facilitating all of the open items, preparing most of the business tax returns, and wrapping up the return after first round of preparation. While I was working a lot less and they were doing a great job, I needed someone who was experienced enough to prepare a return that is basically ready to be delivered when it's time for me to review it. They needed to be able to communicate with clients and be able to manage the project list. An entry-level staff is great at starting projects and getting projects 75% complete, but they aren't going to have the experience of knowing everything that is missing on the tax return or what to follow up with the client about. I handled all of the client comms because I wanted to make sure that the client wasn't getting round after round of open items from staff and then from me. It creates a smoother client experience when they only have to go through one round of questions instead of getting follow-up after follow-up from multiple people. So far with the manager, when the return is ready for me to prepare, there's rarely a follow-up item that I would have for the client. And if there is, it stems from my perfectionism and leaving no leaf unturned policy. I'm very thorough and want to make sure we're not missing anything. So most of the missed items are really just my insane personal preferences and not due to the lack of skill from the manager. Not having to handle all of the client comms has been really nice. But the back and forth during the beginning and middle stages of tax return prep is taken care of by the manager. A non-manager level staff could handle those things, but I felt that marketing for a manager position would bring in better candidates. And you'll hear more on that in the next video of my hiring series. It's really cool and kind of surprising that my clients have fully adopted the manager as their main point of contact for tax return prep. Haven't had any pushback, which is cool because I've heard of firms struggling with clients only wanting to work with the owner. Maybe my clients prefer not talking to me. That's part 1. In part 2, I'll show you exactly how I structured this role and why the structure attracted 270 applicants. If hiring feels overwhelming, check out Cloud Accountant Staffing in the description.